One of the most influential songs in your catalog was a collaboration with DJ Snake titled Middle. Studies show that detailed memories of meaningful creations stay with us
Hmm.
for the rest of our lives. Would it be possible to take us on the journey of the moment by moment creation of that song?
Yes, I've gone from being in my studio in Manchester and this drummer called Woody who I was working with at the time. He got this piano from like a second-hand store. It was a terrible piano, but we had it in the studio. And I can remember me and my friend called Sam Pyatt, we'd went out and I went back to the studio about 12 o'clock. And I'm not a great piano player by any stretch of the imagination, but I was looking online, like just play a few chords. And I came up with the first part of the hook. And that was it. And I left it and I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. I left it. So then I've gone to New York, working with this guy called Alias, and he said, do you have any ideas where to start from? And I was like, oh, let me play in that piano thing that I did. Then he was like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. Then he just did the dun, dun, the stabs. And then we just set the mic up. And that's why the first take the take that's on the record right now is the very first take. There's no other take. There's just one recorded. And I've gone in and just hummed the melodies for the verses and then just sat with it for a second, wrote them, put the first down. Then we went back to the hook. And as we are trying to break the hook down, I was trying to get it to the point where it had a penultimate ending. So then we worked out that from those first beginning chords that I'd started with, that because they weren't that great, he changed them up. And once he changed the chords, as you hear now on the record, I was able to find that note that was to be the boom, done. And as soon as I said this, you in the middle, done. That was a great moment. Had the record then done, sent the record off to Snake. Snake messaged back. So it was actually a guy called who's working at BMG at the time. He basically put the record together. He sent it off to Snake. Snake messaged me back on Twitter saying, hey, heard this record you're doing called Middle. Sounds incredible. I want to release it as a single. At this point, I knew who Snake was, but I didn't know that much about DJ Snake. I'm in Manchester, so I didn't really know. So then it comes round to October and it's getting to near release time. And then my phone's starting to get a lot of, messages like, oh, this song, DJ Snake, Middle, blah, 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 blah. And at the time, I'm about to have a child at this time. So I remember painting the song had come out. And I think the day the song came out, I knew it was going to be life changing. Like the actual day it came out, I just knew it was life changing because the response was so overwhelming. Like number one and everything, just like vroom. It was like it just shut the place down, and that's when I felt like, oh wow, I've really wrote a song that's about to touch people right now. And it was like the next day, hundreds of people are doing covers. I'm like, what is going on? And one of the best moments of it was I'm painting this wall in Manchester with my friend Simeon, and then Snake sends me this video, and it's just this video of him playing the song. I think it was like he was in India or something. Like, it was at a festival. This is like a month after release, and it was just like loads of people just singing this song. And I can remember looking outside this window in this house in Manchester and being like, wow, the juxtaposition right now, like he's doing that, and I just, I'm here, and I'm so grateful for those moments. that I really got to like reflect. And then I think the song within like 3 months had gone platinum in Australia and in America. And I remember being on a 256 bus going into the city centre, and I was sat next to this old woman. And I looked at my phone and it went, "Oh, you've gone platinum in so and so." And I think I must have had about £200 in my account at that time. And I was like, oh wow. Like that was just an incredible 15-minute like drive into town thinking, what? Like no one on this bus knows what just happened just right now. So it was incredible. And now looking back on it, I really enjoyed that moment. Before, sometimes I'd be a bit like hard on myself to not even like think about it because I'm always trying to think of the next thing. But really thinking about it, I was like, that was some incredible times.